By acting like a man in love, we become a man in love again. Have you ever seen the film Paris Je t'aime? It's the story of a man who was getting ready to tell his wife that he was leaving her for his mistress. And just before he told her, she burst out into tears, and he said, she knows. She's known for a long time. And she took papers out of her purse, gave them to him, and it said in cold and clinical terms that she had terminal leukemia. At that moment, his original intention left his mind, and he took his wife home, and he cared for her until her death. And then in the midst of that, he fell in love with her again. And the line that they use is, by acting like a man in love, he became a man in love again. Wow. And so in the rough and tumble of life, when the attraction of prayer dims, either through neglect or through temptation, or this is dry, this is hard, I'm struggling here.
Sorry, but despite how much you want it to, me not tolerating your disrespect does not make me a bad person. Also, I think it's pretty weird that you measure how much people respect you by how much they're willing to let you disrespect them. Like, that doesn't really add up either.
How somebody treats you tells you where you stand in their life. You are either a priority or you are not. Stop chasing the potential of who someone might be. Stop pouring your time and energy into people who do not give it back to you. Stop explaining away their disrespectful behavior. Stop giving your love to people who do not love you back. Stop making excuses for these people who are clearly not interested in you. And stop chasing people who are not choosing you back. Dating is hard. You're right. It's hard to be strategic and rational when your emotions are all over the place. It's painful to get rejected. But remember, you're going to find the right relationship by saying no to the wrong ones. And the faster you say no, the faster you will be saying yes to the love of your life. If you're worried that people are gossiping about you, let them. Let them gossip about you. Here's why. You can't control it.
It's going to happen anyway.
Yes. And so if you can't control it, why on earth would you allow any time or energy to be wasted?
Yeah.
It's an act of self-torture. So let them gossip. And when you say that, it's a relief because you actually acknowledge the thing that you've been afraid of. And it's like you're allowing it without allowing it. But then don't forget, you have power.
Yeah.
Let me remind myself that I get to choose what I think about myself. I get to decide what I do and what I don't do, whether or not I respond or not. And I get to decide who I spend time with. And so the bigger question becomes, if you're busy worrying about, which means you're expending time and energy, people who are gossiping about you, why would you want to be friends with them?
Yeah.
And so now you take responsibility for your own part in chasing people that aren't treating you in a way that you deserve.
Yes.
And you recognize that the power here is in just letting people be. And when you let people be, your relationships get better because people reveal who they are and where you stand. And then you get to choose how much time you spend or not.
I'm going to hold your labia when I say this. Stop rewarding nonsense men with your presence, body, or just any part of you. Every time a guy violates you and you say, I'm not going to block him because I want him to see me flourish. I want him to see me look so good. That's a reward. He should not have access to any part of you, including your social media. Why should he see you growing, glowing, and flourishing? That's rewarding. Revoke that access. Every time you meet up with your nonsense ex and get back in his bed, reward. What a long day have you taken me for idiot. All right, here you go. Stop. And every time you say, it's all right, I forgive you, let's carry on being friends, reward. If someone has done you dirty, they don't deserve to be your friend. Stop rewarding people that have done nothing but prove that they don't deserve to be in your life and don't deserve your presence and don't deserve any part of you.